So you've finished your Zorin installation and you have restarted the system, and you get this. You got this little window. The first thing, we want to activate the cursor here, so we go on the cursor and now we have a cursor. The first thing we want to do is to make this window a little bigger. For that we go to the Zorin Start button here, which is down here, and you may have to click that a few times to get it started first. And we go to System Settings. You may see here is a Start menu, very much like in Windows 7, a little bit different items, except on the right side you have Documents, Pictures, Music, Videos, and I'll explain that a little later. Right now we go to System Settings, and you get this kind of a window, and we go to Display. And in Display you see we are at 800 times 600, and we obviously, I'm on a 22-inch screen here. We want more. I'm in a 150% DPI, so I cannot really set it to the full size of the screen, but I can set it to let's say this one, and you say Apply, and then I get a bigger screen, and it asks you whether you want to keep this configuration, and for the time being let's keep that. We can always change it, it's no problem. Then we X out. Be careful, don't X out up here, because this is your VMware Player. You X out here. In order to avoid this problem, let's go into full screen with the VMware Player. Here is a dock of the VMware Player, and this icon here, well, it's obvious, this is full screen. And then you see up here, you still have this dock. And if you click on this icon, the first one here, the dock will go away, and then if you kick in it, it'll come back, etc., etc. Okay, see, now here I am in my host system, here I am in Zorin. Okay, well, we could have made this a little bigger. Let's try that. System Settings, and where's our display? Here's our display. And let's make it a little bigger, maybe 40 by 900, and apply that. Okay, it looks better. Okay, we'll keep this configuration for right now. Oops, keep this configuration, and we go out of here. I'll show you later how we get back to our host system. So this is the first step. We have a nice big screen. The next step is a little trickier, because we want the VMware tools. Now, why do we want the VMware tools? They allow us, for example, to share the clipboard between the host and the guest, and this is very, very handy to exchange files between the two systems. And in order to do that, we have to launch the Google Chrome, and start Google Chrome. This is only the first time. I will maximize that too. Well, I wish we had maximized it. I kicked it out. Okay. And we go to our forum, because there I have parked the commands that we need on the command line, else it would be very, very inconvenient to do that. So we go to 7 forums with an s.com. Hopefully we'll get there. Let me log in, because else we get all these ads. Okay, let me log in. Okay, now I'm logged in, and in the search bar here you look for, let me see, how did I call this? We look for VMware and Zorin. VMware and Zorin. there it is. Okay, here I have parked all the commands that you need in order to mount the VMware tools. Let's copy the first one already once we are here. Okay, and we'll copy this one, and we minimize our Chrome. And in order to get the VMware tools, we go here up to Player, and we go to Manage and say Install VMware Tools, and click Install to connect the VMware Tools installer. So we install that. Okay, here they come, and we don't need that. What we need, oops, it's still working. We need this disk here, this DVD, this virtual CD-ROM if you want so. Okay, now we launch our first command prompt. We go to accessories. Command prompt in Linux is called terminal. So we launch a terminal, and the command we just copied we paste in here. And okay, and then it asks for a password. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I told you it's constantly asking for passwords. And it says it's write protected. I hope this is going to work. Mounting read only. Block device is R0 is write protected. Now why is this thing write protected? We'll see. Hopefully it'll work. And then we take our next command, which is this one, and copy that, and paste it in here and hit enter. Okay, and then we take our next command, copy this, and paste it in here. Okay, that didn't even require an enter. So we take our next command. Oops, that's too much. And copy that. Paste it in here. I know this is tedious, but it has to be done. And then the next one is this tar command, which again I have trouble here with. Oops, let me do it the other way. Let me do it backwards. Okay. I'm always kicking into the other stuff. And copy that in here, paste it, and it does something. This is good. And we are not done yet. We have 2 more to go. Oops. We copy this and paste it in here. And now the last one, and hopefully it will install our tools. Copy this and paste that behind here, and let's see what it installs. And now there comes a lot of options, and you just click enter, 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 etc., etc. You just take the defaults. Just enter whenever it, okay, whenever it says a yes or a no, you just click enter. Enter. See, it does things. things are happening. Gee, there's a lot of stuff. By the way, your virtual partition grows with this quite a big, creating a new in HTRD boot image, whatever that is. Updating some. Okay, when you see enjoy the VMware team, then you're done. Okay, then you can get out of here. Now we have to reboot. Okay, how do we do that? As I had explained in the text, you go to the start menu and hit the power key and you restart the system. Okay, it'll restart. It'll go relatively fast. I'm sorry, but I can't make it any faster. Okay, here we go. Oops, here we have our system back. Okay, now let's go into dual mode, which means we go into this mode where we can see both. And hopefully it'll work what I promised. For example, I go into my, and now I'm in my Windows 7, go into my Windows 7 pictures, and I take a picture folder, or desktops here, this is good. Desktops, and I copy the desktops from my Windows 7 folder, and minimize that. And then I go to pictures in Zorin, pictures here, and I paste it. And there it is, my desktops. They are all my pictures. Okay, by the way, if you want them any bigger, they don't have the kind of control that we have in Windows, but you right click and you can oh, I right clicked on a picture. That's not what I wanted. Right click on an empty space and you can zoom in and it makes them bigger, and you can zoom in more if you want. And now we can take a nice picture here. Which one do we want to take? How about this one? And oh, no, I looked at properties. I didn't want this. Where's my picture? Here's my picture. Double click on it. You have to double click on it so that it shows in their picture viewer, and then you can set it as a desktop background. Set it as desktop background. Now you can get out of here. And by the way, let's go into full mode here. Okay, this is nice. And we can get out of here, and now we have a nice desktop background. And now it takes a full screen, which is beautiful. Okay, that so far for the basic setup. Now let's do some more setups. For example, just to give you an example here, if you want Office applications, you go to Office and you go to LibreOffice, and here you have all kinds of Office application. Text document, very much like Word. Text document, and it's very much like Word. You can set the styles and the size of the fonts, etc. You have all kinds of options here, very much like Word. And you have another one which is like PowerPoint. Let me just go back to Office here, Office, and back to LibreOffice. There's one, a spreadsheet. Well, that is like Excel presentation. This is more. This is very much like PowerPoint. You see the slides on the left here. Very nice facilities. Okay, this much for Office, but I didn't want to go to Office. Let's go to System Tools. Now let me explain the right side here first. Well, you have documents. Obviously, we don't have any documents yet. And then you can look at downloads, music. We don't have any music. All we have is these pictures that we just imported. And I have no idea why there's a red X. Videos. We don't have any videos. By the way, if we wanted music, let's go into dual mode again and get us some music file. Medieval music, I don't know, you like medieval music? Medieval music is good. We copy that and let's see whether it can play VLC. That'll be interesting. And we go into our music folder and we paste it in here, and let's see whether it can play it. Open with VLC. Has VLC. So it plays. I don't know whether you can hear that because the recorder may not record that. Let me get up and get close to my. It's medieval music, if you like. Well, anyhow, that shows again how you can copy music easily from one place to the other. Okay, now we can go back into our full screen mode. Where were we? Okay, next, system tools. Okay, let's first look at the administrative firewall. You can configure G-ported partition editor. That is similar to disk management, but quite, see here you need authentication again, 1 2 3 4. Authenticate. It's different because here we have the SDA1 partition, if you want so. That is our virtual partition where the system resides, and within there's this extended partition, and then we have the Linux swap partition, which is this little one here. This is your page file, and then for some reason it has left 1 megabyte free in the back. I don't know why. Anyhow, this is disk management. You can do similar things as with our disk management, like for example shrink partition and things like that. Where were we? In system tools, administration. Okay, network tools, software center. Well, software center is interesting because there you can get a lot of programs. I mean, that's nearly like the Google Play Store. They have gazillion programs. For example, internet. If you want internet, you have web browsers. You have all kinds of web browsers. But there's an easier way to get the web browsers. Let me show you, because we wanted to install Firefox. Now let's see how we find our Firefox. I think I found the Firefox. So let me see. Let's go back here. I think it's an internet. Where is internet? Here. Yeah, Zorin Web Browser Manager. Okay. Here is the browser manager, and again see if it wants authentication. And okay, and here is the Firefox. I installed it in the meantime so that we didn't have to go through installing it. You also have the option of Opera, which by the way I couldn't install previously. There was always a problem with it. Maybe in the updates there's something that would fix that. And you have Midori. I installed that also last week once, but that didn't really impress me. So that's how you find it. It's in the internet section. And now if you look in the internet section, since I installed it, ought to be someplace. It's here. Okay, here's Firefox, which is maybe a little bit more convenient to use than Chrome, but that's a matter of preferences. Not really recommend one or the other. Let me go on full mode. Okay, so what else can we look at? We had the Software Center. Again, Software Center is great. There is a lot of stuff. In accessories, let's have a look at accessories. Uh, Character map, well, we know what that is, hardly ever used. A help file here, which may be useful sometimes. Let's just see what it brings up. Brings up help, and I haven't used that there yet, but maybe at times it can be useful. And accessories, you can make a screenshot, which is interesting. And then the main one you want here is terminal. But this one is also a nice text editor. It's like WordPad in Windows. What's nice about it, I always park WordPad down here and pin the application because sometimes you have a quick URL or something you want to quickly copy someplace, and then it's always there. You can quickly copy someplace or just take a note or whatever. So I always have WordPad in the taskbar, and it's nice to have that here too. By the way, I never explained the right side here. On the right side you have what is the notification area, or whatever you call that, in system tray. You also you have a power button over here which you can use, and you have some more options in that power button. Some test button, I don't know, I never used that. The time, of course. Then some mail button, a button for the speakers, and the internet connection. So very similar to Windows in many aspects. Okay, except for the um, for the command prompt that you have seen can be quite painful if you're not really a good command prompter. I guess I will finish with this here. It's you have to explore it yourself a little bit. I just wanted to kickstart you so that you get interested in the thing. Let's take it down, shut down, and shuts down pretty quickly. You'll see.